Hello. The purpose of this presentation is to bring awareness to a topic that is often overlooked if you are not a person of color or if you are not exposed to this information on a regular basis. I am extremely passionate about this information, and I do not mean to offend anyone in any way, shape, or form. With that being said, let's get right into things. As of today, there are 1.2 million people incarcerated in America. America is a world leader in its use of the incarceration system. As of 2017, African Americans made up a total of 12% of the adult population, while 33% made up the population for prisoners. As far as white Americans, they made up 64% of the adult population and 30% of the prison population, and Latinos represented 16% of the adult population, while 23% represented the prison population. With the justice system rarely working in favor of people of color, America has always been great. Black Americans are 5 times more likely to be harassed and arrested compared to white Americans. In some states, such as New Jersey and Wisconsin, this rate is as high as 12%. 12% more likely than white people and Latinos to be arrested. This is ridiculous, and this creates the most enraged feeling inside of me. Racial tensions in America are still high till this day, whether you see them or not. The criminal justice reform still has a lot of work to do when it comes to ending and easing racial and ethnical disparities system-wide. Families, due to incarceration, are often broken up and displaced. Many people of color live within poverty and are not able to post their bonds, extending their jail sentence. And incarceration has a lifelong effect on the mind, body, and soul. Once a person is incarcerated, they are never the same. With that being said, let's go ahead and get this conversation kicked in full gear. As of 2022, 38 states have legalized marijuana, and that is an amazing win. 27 of those states have decriminalized marijuana, meaning a small amount can be used for personal consumption, and if it is on you and you are caught by the police, that is no longer a state crime or a misdemeanor, but instead a civil or local infraction. This is a large win, but there are still many issues that underlie this information. 19 of those states have legalized the recreational use of marijuana. With that being said, thousands upon thousands of people each year are still arrested for simply possessing marijuana. For just simply possessing it, thousands of people are still arrested. Let that sit down and marinate inside of you. Roughly $3.6 billion of taxpayers' money are wasted each year to fund aggressive enforcement laws on marijuana possession. The war on marijuana has failed to reduce the usage and the availability. Funds for these laws and harsh programs could easily be used to better our communities, our education systems, pollution, food, water, anything. $36 billion each year? Oh, this is so ridiculous to me. I hope that you are seeing the red flags pop up and are just as angry as I am. When people are arrested for possessing even just the tiniest amount of marijuana, their entire life could be ruined. The consequences of being criminalized for having marijuana include eligibility for housing, eligibility for numerous governmental assistance programs such as food stamps, financial aid, employment opportunities, custody determinations, as well as immigration status. As of 2020, an analysis done by the American Civil Liberties Union concluded that Black people are 3.64 times more likely to be arrested for possession of marijuana compared to white people. This is a large amount of racial disparity when it comes to the justice system, and it is not fair. We're talking about non-violent crimes for simply possessing marijuana. 3.64 more times likely. I don't know about you, but hearing this information is so unsettling. A 2021 analysis of marijuana was done in New York, and 90% of people in 2020 were people of color arrested for possession of marijuana. Medical marijuana in New York was made legal in 2014, and recreational use was not made legal until 2020. But as of today, New York is fully legal for recreational use. In my opinion, if you are serving a sentence for marijuana possession in a state where it is 1, legal, 2, decriminalized, you need to be released. You need a new trial, and you need to be freed from the system, because it is not fair that we have dozens and dozens of dispensaries everywhere, but there are people still serving long sentences for simply possessing marijuana. People who were also in trouble for possessing marijuana should be eligible to receive benefits. They should receive a second chance, in my opinion. The justice system is rigged against people of color, people who live within poverty, and this is not fair. This is not fair. States need to continue to reform and revise these outdated and harsh policies. For decades, marijuana has been used to criminalize people of color, waste taxpayers' dollars, and fuel the mass incarceration crisis. If that doesn't get you thinking, if that doesn't get you upset, I don't know what will, but I personally am very upset. I have been harassed by police for no reason. I've been followed. I've had numerous family members be harassed and arrested for God knows what. But there is still a lot of change that needs to take place. And I am I'm sure that we are definitely moving in the right direction. I honestly wish we were moving faster, but as long as we stick together and keep our eyes open for these laws, we will definitely create a better future. Thank you.